Yeah. I did want to also throw up this pathetic thread from Cenk Uygur. We didn't put it in the headline. But again, it's just like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, why are you so addicted to just punching down at organizers? He says, I love the people who went to protest against Trump administration because they're actively getting involved in democracy. They're fighting back on issues they care deeply about, and they're at least doing something. But I think organizers owe them a better explanation on what step 2 is. Okay, if you want to do something like deporting critics of Israel or cuts to the Social Security office or stop something like, I completely agree. But how are you going to get Trump to stop that? He doesn't mind the protests because they animate his own base to rally around him and dig in more. My suggestion is talk to your fellow citizens instead of yelling at Trump voters, engage in conversation and see what motivates them. Nobody's doing that.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
They're
Stop
fucking
policing
protesting.
protesters. What the fuck?
Yeah, my approach is not as emotionally satisfying. Yelling at someone on the other side is great emotional release. Talking to them politely is the opposite. Bro, you scream at lefties all day long. You slander, smear, raise your voice, castigate them, but all you have is love and softness for the Trump voters, the people who got us into this fucking mess. Are you kidding me? You're going to try and poo-poo people who in historic numbers are getting out to protest against the fucking complete defunding and, hollowing out of Social Security, the Department of Education. What do you expect people to do? Of course they're going to go protest. I can't fucking fathom why you would be a progressive commentator and be like, oh yeah, I don't want people out there protesting Trump because that's going to hurt Trump supporters' fees. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, this is crazy. And it's literally what Cenk made his entire career doing, yelling at people on the other side. Like, that's what made him popular in the first place. That was his whole fucking shtick. He never talked to people politely. And he continues to go out here and say, oh, yeah, I hate NPR because, they sound too polite on there. And I'm a populist. I like to yell. I like to scream. But now these powerless protesters can't do that same thing that I've been advocating that people on my side do. Again, it's crazy. Cenk literally made his entire career doing exactly what he is condemning right here. And that was the best thing about Cenk. That was the old school based Cenk that I miss so much. Zach, like in our comments the other day in our PBD Sam Cedar video, someone made a comment that actually kind of depressed me, because I, in that video, said like the left wing we need our own Vinny. We need our own Vinny. And someone said, we had our own Vinny. His name was Cenk Uygur. And that almost made me fucking cry, bro, because I was like, dude, we did. That was who Cenk was. And we lost that because now he wants to be a mealy-mouthed fucking both sideser who panders to Trump and kisses the ass of MAGA constantly. And it's embodied perfectly in this tweet. Because, yeah, he used to actually get mad. And he used to actually get pissed at these fucking villains in society and these fucking asshole Republicans who have doomed our country. Apparently now he just wants to police the people who actually stand for the justice and truth.
Yeah, and what's crazy is that, again, guys, Cenk Uygur is just a perfect caricature for us to talk about, is like how you should not ever handle this political moment, because what he wants to do is he wants to sit around and drink beers with people who he thinks are well connected to finance, and he has to work back from that as a way of developing it into a strategy, right? So he's working backwards. He's like, how do I not burn my bridges with these bougie ass friends I've made, right? Basically being the left wing guy that's going to come out and jerk them off and talk about how the right wing is actually reasonable and it's the left wing that's crazy, and I'm going to spend all my time attacking activists and laundering the reputation of Republicans. I have no smoke for PBD, but I do have smoke for fucking Francesca Fiorentini. It's absolutely shameful, but I do not understand how you could possibly come out here in a time like this when we're watching the Constitution be shredded, when we're watching the fucking Department of Education get hollowed out, shut down, when we're watching people be threatened to have their Social Security ripped away, when people are getting fucking black bagged and deported in our own fucking country. Cenk, you want to sit down and talk nicely? That's what you think is going to fucking help with a bunch of powerless people? No, how about a show of force? How about if you don't want to get absolutely curb stomped in the midterms, if you don't want it to be a bloodbath like you've never seen before, you better change your course quickly, right? Because when you look at the flood of people in all 50 states, even in middle America, Kansas City, even in fucking red state, Utah, in Mormon country, you have people coming out saying, hands off my shit. When you have thousands upon thousands of people in a sustained effort returning to Washington, D.C. to be like, stop the fucking genocide, we demand it. Yeah, it gets people's attention. It makes people feel more comfortable speaking out, and it makes people feel like they have a duty to speak out. Like, oh shit, those people are exercising their rights. I better do this too because I agree with them. I better get outside and I better join forces with them because I agree with them. It gives people courage. It makes people feel good, and it energizes them, guys, for a sustained revolt. Cenk is a coward and he's selfish. So what does he do? He immediately turns around and licks boots for a paycheck. Okay? Never forget, this guy is paid for by Peter Thiel, by Palantir, okay? By the people who are destroying our country and owning Donald Trump's presidency. Why do you think he doesn't want you out there protesting, guys? The more I think about it, the more I feel like Cenk Uygur is actually paid opposition. I genuinely believe that there is an argument that you can trace from him taking that Polymarket studio money to him becoming an active obstacle for any progressive change in this country, and we're not going to stop coming after his stupid ass until he's off the internet.
Yeah, this is crazy. It's also like it's not even like the protesters were that rude or disruptive or anything. Like no one was like burning down, businesses or like flipping over police cars, or like it was a pretty chill protest. Like how the fuck do you want people to protest, bro? Like not that I would be pearl clutching over the destruction of property even if it had occurred. But it's not what was going on, bro. It was like a bunch of moms and like grandmas being like, enough is enough.
Yeah, please don't take my grandmother's Social Security. She'll be destitute without it. Yeah, that's what the people were saying. And again, to Gavin's point, we would be totally chill. We would not be pearl clutching if somebody had set fire to some Teslas, if somebody had done some property protests. Yeah, I'm not saying I advocate for that. The Vanguard on YouTube does not advocate for violence, but we do sometimes not advocate for destruction of property. And the reality is that nobody destroyed property during any of these fucking...
No.
There's not even Fox News fake stories about it, right? And there's not even... Like, they didn't even send out agent provocateurs
to paint red shit on the Liberty Monument or whatever.
Yeah.
They painted Free Gaza on Abraham Lincoln's face at the Lincoln Memorial. Can you believe it? We found one person that painted a piece of poop on the, whatever the fuck. Like, yeah, no, they didn't even do that this time.
You tell me why that says blacks rule, Oh, yeah, okay. Death to whiteys. That's crazy. I can't believe the movement is advocating for that. Yeah, it's pretty nuts. But anyway,
because that's what Cenk did too with the Palestine protests. The most recent wave of, he found one agent provocateur who painted a smiley face on the Liberty Bell or whatever the fuck, and was like, "This is not the right way to protest." I'm not even sure
that was a protester.
That's what I just said. Yeah. It was an agent provocateur.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Almost 100%, like 90%. I mean, maybe it was some asshole that really was like thought he was helping the cause. Yeah. Either way, it's crazy how they just do that so predictably. But yeah, policing the most just civil protest
he just
ever.
Jerks himself off. I rebel. We have two camps and we're supposed to hate each other. And God knows we have plenty of reasons to hate one another. The algorithms stroke the fires by rewarding extremism, but I rebel, and you should too. Dare to love one another. These days, that takes real courage, And it's just like Cenk getting a beer with a bunch of members of the Third Reich. He's like, we're fucking drinking the German Steins. Yeah, that's it. Let's drink the Steiner fucking German Munich lager, huh? Can't get lager like this in the free state of America. Yeah.
And look at this next one too. He says, when you hear someone love or hate Trump, resist the temptation to judge them. Who are you, fucking Jesus Christ, bro? Instead, thou shalt not, covet thy neighbor's wife. Okay. Instead, have the curiosity to find out why. Treat thy fellow citizen as decent people, even if you think they are misdirected. Treat them like they're one of your own. And it's stupid because, like, I don't know a single goddamn person on the left, even the people that Cenk hates the most, like Francesca. I think she would say the same thing. Like, I don't think someone like Francesca, any of the members of the radical left, like, none of our message is to, if you see someone who loves Trump, you should hate that person. Who's saying that?
I mean, yeah, I hate Donald Trump. I hate Nazis. I hate the people who want to fucking drop bombs on children. I hate the people who think it's a good idea to bomb tribes people into oblivion in Yemen.
As far as voters, like, I'm pretty sure everyone's been pretty consistent that, like, yeah, you shouldn't just go start judging or hating, like, your neighbor who voted for Trump. They're like the plumber down the street or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that was what I was building up to. Yeah, I am capable of hating the people who are active cheerleaders for this, but Gavin and I talk about it all the time. We firmly resisted the left-wing push to be like, oh, like, you associate with your family that votes differently than you. And it's like, yeah, I fucking do, bro. I fucking do. I love them, and they love me, and we still have this human experience together, right? But on the other hand, I can still come out here and as angrily and fucking frustratedly as I want, call people who voted for Trump fascist sympathizers, because like it or not, that's what you fucking are.
100%, 100%.
Sorry.
So completely ridiculous from Cenk. Again, it's like, what do you think, you're Jesus Christ or something? Like, thanks for your fucking commandments. Thanks for your philosophy here. We were all really struggling with that until he came down and spoke the moral clarity that we needed.
Shout out to the real leftist heroes like Cenk, Brianna, and Aaron Mate for reminding us that actually, you know what? Trump is not as bad as those liberals are telling you.
Yup.
Look out the door if you hear an ambulance. The vanguard will be there, sir. The vanguard will be there, sir. The vanguard will be there, sir. The vanguard will be there. Be there.